शिष्या गुरुर्युवा गुरुस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तु छिन्न संशया निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिर्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकम् असत्कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यः साक्षात्करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भो निधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नानाच्छिद्रकटोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरं ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकर्णद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभाति एतत् समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलान् बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्वामिति भ्रान्ता वृषम्वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहाव्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो मायासमाच्छादनात् सन्मात्र राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो मायासमाच्छादनात् मत्कर्णोपसंहरणति यो भूत्सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वपि जागृदादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तः सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामी सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृति वा य एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये पूरं भांसि नलो नीलोम्बरम् अहर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यर्गमूर्तिष्ठकम् नान्यत् किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्मात् विभोः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिन् स्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानात् च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्ध्येतत् पुनरष्टधा परिणतं चाश्वद्यमव्याहतम् सिद्ध्येतत् पुनरष्टधा परिणतं चाश्वद्यमव्याहतम्। We'll do Gita Dhyanam followed by Gita chapter 15. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Fullaravindayata Patra Netra येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वाली कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोद्घटम् नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पथैरहरहः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः ॐ श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः अथ पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः पुरुषोत्तमया योगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच We read verse number 16 last. Which read, Dvamibau purushau loke sharakshakshar eva cha shara sarvani bhutani kutos kutos takshara uchyate. 17. We'll also read, Uttama purushatvanyah paramatmetyutahritah यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्य बिभर्त्यव्यय ईश्वर बिभर्तव्यय ईश्वर. Okay, so we are seeing how the Srishti is made up. The Srishti is made up of Pancha Mahabhuta through a process of Panchikaranam, grossification. What we see, what we are yet to see, will manifest itself. What we have seen, what we see, what we are yet to see will manifest itself. And here, for Prakriti, matter is referred to as Prakriti, and Chaitanyam is referred to as the consciousness. That's the word used. Chaitanyam is Purusha, and matter is Prakriti. Prakriti means matter, which does not have any sentiency of its own. It does not have chetanatva of its own. It is all borrowed chetanam, meaning this does not have a light of its own. It's seen because the light is borrowed from an external source. This is called Chetana Tattva. Achetana Tattvam, the light is called Chetana Tattvam. Borrowing from Achetana Tattvam, this Achetana Tattva gets seen. The Achetanam is referred to as matter, and Chetanam is referred to as Atma, Paramatma, Chaitanyam, consciousness. All these words are used. Now, he says, in this manifest universe that you see, that is the Prakriti itself is divided into two. Dvau, Dvau Purushau. There are two Purushas as though. See, we have to always use the word as though here, because for the sake of convenience, we are using two Purushas are there. There are three Purushas there. It's like a person is coming and a shadow is coming. You see, two people are coming. It is just for the sake of usage they are using, as though there are two Purushas. Dvau Purushau are available. Loke, in this world, these are, there are two Purusha as though are available in this loka. The Purusha is made up of these two Purushas. One is called Shara, the other is called Akshara, the perishable and the unperishable. Okay. Here the word we should use it, not perishable, imperishable, because when we are talking about matter, there is nothing, everything in the matter is perishable. Therefore, in matter, the translation is perishable, but we should understand it as Shara Purusha, manifest Purusha, MP, or manifest universe, and the other is unmanifest universe or manifest matter, MM, unmanifest matter, UM. What is manifest matter? Everything that you see around me is manifest. What is unmanifest? That is not yet come into being. In a seed, where is the apple? An apple seed. Where is the apple? Unmanifest. So, there are in this Srishti, there is something already manifest. There were something which were manifest, which has now gone into unmanifest. Now there is something manifest today, which might go into unmanifest, which will go into unmanifest. There are so many things unmanifest which will come into being. You understand? In Vedantic parlance, when we create something, okay, it may be utpatti, create. From what is not, something has come. In Vedantic parlance, the word used is manifest, unmanifest. So something was not there, it came into being, it will go back. It will come. That movement will be there. Okay. So it's called manifest being, unmanifest being. Acha, Shara, the perishable, is in the form of all beings. Anything that you see is perishable. There is a word in Sanskrit. There's not a word. There's a statement in Sanskrit. Yat drishyam. Okay. Tat nashyam. Whatever you see is perishable. Yad drishyam tad jadam. And what is the nature of jada? It will perish sometime. It was not there, it is there, it will no longer be. That time will come and it will not be there. The Sharira was not there, it is there. A time will come when the Sharira will not be there. It is equal for everybody. Sharira was not there, was not, is, will not be. So this is Shara nature. Now does something come from zero and go back to zero? From nothing, how can something come? Defies logic. Therefore, we say it was in a potential form, unmanifest potential form. Let's say I was born on a particular day. Where was I before that date? I was the form of a fetus in my mother's womb. Where was I 273 days before that? In perhaps two different bodies. Where was I before the birth of these people? So therefore, from something, from nothing, something cannot come. So when there is a manifest universe, and what was before manifest, you won't say nothing. Vedantin will never say nothing. He will say unmanifest was there. What was there? What is now? Shara. What did it come from? Akshara. And that Akshara is the Kutastha. Kutastha means it is set, here Kutastha means it is the basis. Kutastha also means basis. But in this context, Kutastha is used as Maya, that which cannot be easily understood. Maya is not an illusion. Maya is not a delusion. A lot of people translate, loosely translate Maya as illusion. It's all an illusion. Nothing is an illusion. If it's an illusion, is this wall an illusion? Try bumping your head on that. You will become down to earth with all of the lump in the head as well. There is nothing illusion. It means that it does not have an existence of its own. It is not independently existent. Something is not independently existent, yet appears as existent. What cannot be is, therefore, Yama Samaya. That cannot be, yet is. In a rope, there cannot be a snow, yet you see a snake. In a rope, you cannot see a snake. There is no snake, yet you see a snake. That is Maya. The potential of the rope to appear as a snake is Maya. The potential of this Srishti to appear as though real is Maya. See, you have looked at yourself in the mirror. Every day we do. Bimba, the reflection is called Pratibimba. Is the Pratibimba more real than the Bimba? Yet it appears real. How do you apply Tilaka? After seeing the Pratibimba. The Pratibimba is as though real. Can it be real? No. In a reflecting surface, it appears real. Therefore, it is called Maya. That which cannot be yet is Maya. So this Kutastha, unmanifest, is Akshara. Akshara means from this unmanifest Maya comes the manifest universe. And unto this unmanifest, the manifest universe dissolves. In the unmanifest, it dissolves. Where is your great grandfather? Dissolved into the unmanifest. That's a better understanding. Somebody asks you, where is your grandfather? He is dissolved into this and that. You can always see he passed away. But your understanding is that physical form has dissolved into the unmanifest. This physical form will one day dissolve into the unmanifest. Doesn't mean it's non-existent. It dissolves into the unmanifest. It will be no longer seen. Cinema khatam. Show over. Paisa vasool. Okay. Sarvani Bhutani, understand this as Kutastha. Then he goes to verse number 17. Other than these two, acha, tu anya, other than these two Purusha, Uttama Purushaha tva anya. Anya tu, different, is something called Uttama Purusha. And what is this Uttama Purusha is known as Paramatma iti Udahrita. Okay, students of Vedanta, people who understand this subject a little bit, and in normal parlance in this kind of culture, in a Vedic tradition, this Uttama Purusha, which is different from the Shara and Akshara Purusha, is Udahrita, said to be Paramatma. Let's understand this. Nothing very difficult, just a little subtle, sukshma. It is sukshma, not difficult at all. The buddhi should be trained to look into these insightful aspects. Okay. There is a visible Shara Purusha. Yeah. There is a unmanifest Akshara Purusha. What is the unmanifest? There are so many things not yet. In so many years, so many things were not there, they got manifest. Then the coming year, something more will be manifest. And some of this manifest will go into the unmanifest. It will happen. So there is a seen manifest universe. There is an unseen, unmanifest universe. Who says manifest universe? Who says unmanifest universe? The moment you say there is a manifest universe, it's become an object of your knowledge. The moment you say unmanifest universe, you are aware of the unmanifest universe. Both are Prakriti. Who says this? That being is referred to as Uttama Purusha. And that Uttama Purusha in Vedantic parlance and in the Vedantic culture, in the Vedic culture, Vedantic culture, is said to be Paramatma. This Paramatma is not known in every culture. It is known only in the Vedic tradition culture. And Paramatma is also equal to Ishvara. We'll see that. Okay. Very often we say, "Ella Paramatma." Paramatma knows everything. That means there is a known Akshara Shara, known. They are objects of my knowledge. There is a knower. Okay, using that or there is a knower, you can say if you want to. There is a knower, the one who objectifies. And that objectifying being, that knowing being, is referred to as Uttama Purusha and also understood in the Vedic parlance and in the Vedic culture as Paramatma iti udahrita is understood. Okay, one more thing. When you say idam, you can point out. They are all referred to in Sanskrit in second person singular, third person. Okay, they are called what do you call? Yeah, what is it? Madhyama Purusha, Anya Purusha, all these pronouns. And yeah, these things are there. Pronoun, first person, second person, third person we use. What is first person for in Sanskrit for I? First person singular I. What is the expression used? Aham. And this aham is Uttama Purusha. And when I say Uttama Purusha, it means I am not referring to the body, mind, sense complex at all. See, the same body, mind, sense complex, you go to a doctor. What do you say? Let's say somebody had a little problem. Like I twisted my ankle, this twist this morning a little bit. While trying to get up, it got twisted. A little pain. I go to a doctor. What do I tell him? The wrist is paining. This is paining. What is this? Object. Who says that? Uttama Purusha, knower, Atma. Head is aching. Head is object of my knowledge. Who is saying? Uttama Purusha, Atma. Somebody says, I've got a little breathing difficulty today. I'm feeling uneasy today. There's a little problem in the heart region. Some problem. Might be a problem. I'm feeling uneasy. So who is saying this I? I am feeling uneasy. I am feeling. That means there is a knower who is able to objectify this unease, this pain. That knower is referred to as Uttama Purusha in your own system. You don't have to look elsewhere for Uttama Purusha there itself. Aham is equal to Uttama Purusha. Okay, then this is for our knowledge. Always refer to yourself as Uttama Purusha. Every day for some time you say Aham Uttama Purusha. I am Uttama Purusha. Identify with yourself. Last week somebody asked me, can a lady say yes? You can very well say Aham Uttama Purusha. Now what does this Uttama Purusha do? Yo Lokatrayam Avishya. Okay, Lokatrayam Avishya. There are three worlds as though. What are the three worlds? Swapna Loka, Jagrita Loka, and Sushupti. Three lokas. Or you can say Akasha, Bhupal, Patala, whatever. Three worlds, three orders of existence. Yaha avishya. It pervades all these states. I am awake now. Who says? I slept well. Who says? I went into, I was unconscious for some time. Who says? I did not know what happened. I did not even know what I was doing. I was not in my senses. Who says? Uttama Purusha Avishya, as though he has entered the system. No, he has entered, he pervades, he has as though entered the system. How has he entered? In the form of a reflection. This is a Jada Vastu. Okay? This has got no life of its own. It has got no sentiency of its own. It can't do anything at all. When a person is dead, what do they refer to him? Chal base. Gone. As long as the personal here is Mr. So and so. Thereafter he is late so and so. Then they refer to as when are you doing the cremation? When are you going to remove the body? That's how they talk. Huh? So this body is a Jada Vastu which does not have any existence or satta of its own. Okay? This Purushot Uttama Purusha, Paramatma, Yaha, Avishya, as though he has entered. And what does he do after entering? Vibharti. He sustains. What sustains him? Atma has entered. Okay? Atma has as though entered. The moment Atma connection is come, like you have got your all your new house constructed and then electricity connection is given. Then everything starts functioning. So once the connection is given, what happens? It sustains in the form of pranavayu, physiological order. Physical order, psychological order, cognitive order, biological order. All these orders are activated. All these laws are as though activated. And by these laws, this entire system is sustained. All laws sustain this universe. And where do these laws rest? The laws rest on Uttama Purusha. The Uttama Purusha manifests as these orders and enlivens Lokatrayam. You're only known Galaxy as Milky Way. Much beyond all this, if there is something else, everything is activated, enlivened. Okay, adds one more word. Okay, Avyaya Vibharti, Vibharti, it sustains. Yet, Avyaya, it does not undergo any change. Hey, what a beautiful manifestation. I manifest, but I don't undergo any change. Does it happen? Just go to your Swapna Loka. I had a dream yesterday. In your dream, you saw me. Did I enter your dream? You, so and so, as though entered your dream, became me. Okay. Became my car. Became my Vedanta lecture. Okay. Became the dog. Became the cat. Became the person you don't like. Became the disease. Became the pleasure. Everything what happened? This dreamer became as though became all this. Okay? In the dream. Okay, somebody poured cold water on me. I got wet. So that fellow woke up. Perhaps we can wake up and say somebody threw a cold water. But did something happen to that dreamer? So I sustain by my presence. but I do not undergo any change whatsoever. One more example. You see movies. There is a screen, a project, something on which something is projected. You see a movie. I saw a movie way back 50 years ago, a movie called Towering Inferno. A huge, very tall building catches fire. Everybody struggles for his life, and many people die. Oh God, mayhem! The building catches fire. And what happened to the screen? At the end of the movie, the screen is intact. You saw another movie. What's that? Titanic. The ship broke into two and sank. What happened to the screen? It sustained the movie, it sustained the sailing, it sustained all the dances, it sustained the breakage, it sustained that, scrape against that glacier. It sustained the break, it sustained the death of everybody except about 8 survivors. But what happened to the screen? That's what he says. And this Avyaya, here he changes expression. Now he makes an equation there. This Paramatma, okay, who is this Paramatma? Uttama Purusha. Uttama Paramatma, who is Uttama Purusha, is equal to Ishvara. Now, where do you figure? Huh? Who are you? Uttama Purusha. Huh? Put your hand here, okay? Uttama Purusha. This side, Paramatma. This side, Ishvara. Are you any different from Paramatma and Ishvara? That's what is driving home. There is a world of matter that undergoes changes. You, the Atma, Purusha, Uttama Purusha, is equal to Ishvara, does not undergo any change whatsoever. And when this knowledge is owned up, what happens? All dukkham gone. Because nothing happens to you, everything is happening in the screen. In the movie, somebody, I saw another movie, I saw the other day, the lead, the protagonist is mauled by a grizzly. And he walks finally. At the end of the movie, he says, I was mauled by a grizzly, and he walks. So then when you meet him, you'll say, oh my God, it really looked where you were mauled. Huh? It really looked like you were mauled. That's what we would say to him in person. But does the mauling of the grizzly affect the, he'll say, my God, how a yatharth acting I did. Okay, nothing happens to him. If this knowledge is clear to you, if this knowledge is owned, your knowledge, conviction, then you are free from all kinds of dukkha, bhaya, anxiety. You are free from all this because objectively you can see all these emotions and differences percolating down to the role, nothing coming and touching you. The role has a problem. I don't have a problem. The role has an issue. I don't have an issue. It gives you inner leisure to be able to appreciate, not appreciate, own up your Swarupa. That's what he's driving. He's saying, so remember this equation, Uttama Purusha, it is called, there is Shara Purusha, Akshara Purusha. Both are matter. Tvatanya, other than that, there is a Purusha. That Purusha is Chaitanya Purusha, also known as Paramatma, also known as Uttama Purusha, also known as Ishvara, also known as Aham. Yeah, all that. Now these are called, what is it? Let's say Aham is the noun, Paramatma, Uttama Purusha, Ishvara, they are all come with in before the noun. What are they? Adjectives. So there is an Ishvara who is an Uttama Purusha, who is also an Uttama Purusha. They are not adjectives. They are called nouns in apposition. qualifying noun. Each qualifies the other. There is an Uttama Purusha who alone is Paramatma, who alone is Ishvara, who alone is Aham. They are called nouns in apposition. The grammatical expression. So this is a meditative Nididhyasana verse. You have to close your eyes and see yourself as an Uttama Purusha every day. When you see yourself as Uttama Purusha, you will become objective enough to do what is required to be done. Not only will you be able to be objective, you will give the others confidence to be objective. Because there's somebody it's possible. Avyaya, Ishvara or Atma or Uttama Purusha is not a part, it's not a property or a product of any of the matter. It is an independent being, which is, we'll come to the next verse. Okay, that's the next verse. Okay, verse number 18. There's just two more verses. We'll try and cover it today, otherwise next week. Okay. Yasmadaksharam atito yasmadaksharam अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रतिथः पुरुषोत्तमः यस्मादक्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च pratita purushottama. He's coming to that now. He says, Yasmat, as aham atita. From what? Shara Purusha. I am, they translated loosely as beyond. Don't see it as beyond or something like that. I am different from Akshara Purusha. Aham Sharam Atita. Meaning, if you are able to see perishable object, you are not perishable. Okay? You are not as perishable as that object. Okay? You are not perishable. Only the non-perishable platform can objectify a perishable platform. Only an invariable platform can validate, observe a variable platform. So, Sharam, I am different from manifest universe. Apicha, I am different from unmanifest universe. Because they use the word kutastha, sustains. So don't yourself to take yourself to be that which sustains. You are different from what is manifest. You are different from what is unmanifest. Okay? And I am different. And I am well known as Asmi Pratitaha. I am well known Loke Cha Vede as Purushottamaha. I am known, not ordinarily known, well known. Suppose somebody says, my name is Purushottaman. Okay, you can say Namaskar. Your mind should immediately be able to appreciate consciousness. That was the beauty of us, our people not naming us. They used to give us either a Vedantic name or they used to give an Ishvara Nama or they used to give you a natural phenomena. Okay. There's a person called Uday. What does it signify? Sunrise. Like that, you know. So Ishvara Nama is given. Somebody is called Gopal. Okay. There's somebody called, there are people whose name is Paramatma. Deva Vrata. Names are there. Deva Vrata. Pranava. Name is there. In Bengal, it's a Pranava. Prana name is given. So I am referred to as Purushottama. So there is a variable universe. Sorry, there is a manifest universe. There is an unmanifest universe. The manifest universe is perishable. The unmanifest universe is unmanifest in its as though sustains. Then what does the Paramatma do? Paramatma says even the sustaining power of the unmanifest is my power alone. The unmanifest does not have its own power to sustain. I lend my existence in the power of my in the lent power of my existence. The unmanifest is as though empowered to do certain things. See, there is a person who signs on India's currency note. Okay. Now, suppose he signed without that designation. Would any one of us look at that signature? But you look at the signature because of what? Does he have to take permission every time? Sir, I'm going to sign a 100 rupee note. Sir, I'm going to sign a 500 rupee. Does he have to take permission? The law has empowered him to sign on these currency. Note there's a law. You can make 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 500, 2000. These notes can be printed according to the statute. And this is how it should be printed. And it should have the signature of so and so. And he doesn't even have to sign. They take his master signature, they keep printing the signature. So, empowered by the law, empowered by the order, the notes are signed. Empowered by Paramatma, the unmanifest as though sustains the manifest. That's how you have to understand. Okay, 18. It's clear. We'll do quick revision again. So that's how it is. Yeah. 19. Yo mamevam yo mamevamasambodha yo mamevamasambodha janati purushottamam janati purushottamam sasarvavit sasarvavit bhajati mam sasarvavit bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata. So he says, yo yaha sa yaha, he who evam janati, one who knows this. Janati means very well known, not casual. You know, there is a German expression. Kennen lernen, learn it very well. Not just learn, kennen lernen. Learn it so well that it becomes your knowledge. Lovely word in German. So, sa, yaha, evam janati, one who knows, mam purushottamam, I am purushottamam. I am Purushottama is known. He knows me as Aham, as Purushottama. What happens to him? Sarvavit. He knows everything. This is familiar? Taittiriya Upanishad you heard? Brahmavid apno oti param. One who knows Brahma, Brahman, knows everything as well. Brahmavid apnoti param. And he says, so oshtute sarvan kaman saha. He knows and achieves everything at the same time. One who knows the ultimate knows everything. Now, may need not know the details. Once you know the wood, you know all the trees. You need not know individual brand of trees and things like that. The moment I say living beings, you are able to objectify all living beings. You might not know that there is something called mollusk, there is something called seahorse. Might not know. Doesn't matter. Jantu means breathing. Jivan means breathing. That much you know. Achetanam, sthavaram. Sthavaram means that which lives but stationed at one place, trees. So this Sarvavit knows everything, as though knows everything. You have an answer to every question. Shastras have an answer to every question that one might raise. Bhajati mam, he worships me. Sarva bhavena, wholeheartedly. O Bharata, O Arjuna, this is what he does. Now, this too, let's see. Bhajati mam sarva bhavena. How to do this? How to be aware of the presence of Ishvara in your lives. How to be aware of the presence of consciousness in all your lives. How to be aware of Purushottama in all your lives. Okay? Breathing. Do you deliberately breathe? If I deliberately breathe, then I will take a casual leave and one day I'm gone. Breathing happens. Whether you like it or not, it happens. It'll last up to some time and after that it'll stop. It happens. What is it? An involuntary action. It happens in all living beings, including trees, animals, and all kinds of beings. They all breathe. What is it? Order. Call it natural order. See, suppose I make something, I call it manufacture. The creator is known. Now, there is this gravity. Who is the creator? We say it's natural. Now, gravity is a law, it's an order. Does it just hang around in the air somewhere? So, Vedanta says knowledge has to rest on a conscious being. The moment I say conscious being, you usko naak muh laga ke you make it mean like you and me. Conscious being means there is consciousness. The consciousness is a being and in which rests all these laws. So breathing happens. Now you eat. There is a mantra we chant, Bhagavad Gita mantra. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashrita. We must have chanted 3 verses ago. Pranapana Samayuktam Pachamyannam chaturvidham. When you are eating, be aware. Do you say, this lump I am eating, let it be converted into that, you say all that? You only lava, bahut acha hai, tasty hai. You lick and say, give me some more helping. So the whole thing is masticated, drunk, licked, sucked, whatever manner. Then it goes down the right pipe, not the wrong pipe. And then it goes, there is bile, the gallbladder, and then you have pancreatic juice. So many things come together, mix it. Then there are so many small, microorganisms there which pick up the proteins and pump it to various parts of the body. The excess fat is stored around the middle. Sometimes here also it is stored. There are special storage places. This is not stored here. That's also an order. For some people stored here, for some people, no, it's stored in specific way. Yes. Here, around the waist. Thick, fat legs stored in some place. They are special store. In your house, you don't store anything everywhere, There are special storage places. So special storage places. So you're aware. I eat, it gets digested. What do? Bhajati, you worship. Worship in the sense you recognize Ishvara's presence in your life as an order, as a digestive, as a physiological order. I've eaten excess today. Uh, I'm breathing like a python. I've eaten too less today. There's pangs of hunger. It's revealed in the system. It's revealed in the system. He says, once you are able to appreciate the functioning of the order in your own system, bhajati mam, it's worship alone. There is nothing other than worship. That's what he says. He knows he bhajati mam sarva bhavena in everything. You say, oh my God, it's a miracle. Something strikes me, miracle. I'm able to appreciate everything as a miracle. Then we come to the last verse of this chapter. Iti guhyatamam shastram. Iti guhyatamam shastram. Idamuktam maya nagha. Idamuktam maya nagha. Etat buddha buddhiman syat. Etat buddha buddhiman syat. Kritakrityascha bharata. Oh, what a powerful verse. He says, this is a certain secret of intelligent living which I have given to you. Idam uktam e mayanagha. Mayanagha here means one who's free from all conflicts. You're free from a dharma conflicts. Other things are okay. Mayanagha. Etad buddha. If you have known this well, buddhiman syat. You become wise. Very important last word. Krita krityascha. You have done all that is required to be done. Your human birth purpose is fulfilled. That's what he says. Krita kritya. You can do krita kritya in a small way. Then realize that you don't have to do anything. The roles will keep doing. You just have to bless the roles and play your roles according to the script. What is to be done will be done. That's the beauty of the whole teaching. Okay, we will see this verse, the last two verses in details. A little more we have to see. We always end the chapter with a certain mantra. It Om Tat Sat Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Purushottama Yoga Nama Panchadashodhyayah. Om Tat Sat. So with this we have completed chapter 15. I will revise the last one or two verses and give you a summary of the whole chapter before we go to chapter 16. May you have a wonderful week. We will meet again next week. Om Namah Shivaya. Bhole Shiva. Jai Shri Krishna. Om.